Jables, are you paying attention?
This is the end of the song and the beginning of the show. Welcome to the show.
I mean, that's one way to come in.
That's a no.
Shut up! I thought it
was.
was fine.
I was looking at a thing. Jeez. Hi, everybody, welcome to Let's Just Say to Discord. Every Friday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you live somewhere else, figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what time zone websites are for.
This is the show one day we'll try and manage via VR completely. For one show.
I was gonna say, like, you do whatever the fuck you want. I ain't gonna do any of that shit.
Just get
I'm the
somebody to,
one
like,
who
build
manages the show. No shit, I'm gonna be the one who does it.
Yeah. Hence why I said I ain't gonna be doing none of that shit.
Get somebody to actually build out this office in full 3D so you can walk around it.
We're gonna become VTubers!
Oh god.
That is an interesting concept.
I mean, unironically, it could potentially boost our viewership.
Yeah.
We just have to be 3 lolly girls.
I actually know a few people that do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's your point?
No, I mean, like, make, like, the avatars and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we have an
It's
in.
becoming pretty big.
Because all I'm
Obviously.
thinking about right now is, what is it? Kuntatsu? Kentatsu? The semi-goth, deep-toned chick
Oh,
a
yeah.
VTuber on Absolute Unit.
Yeah. Some Kasu Sinclair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, between them and like Iron Mouse, they've got a stranglehold on the whole VTuber thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dufresne, party of 2. Table ready for Dufresne, party of 2.
Yeah, I'm
We're
looking
working
at
on it, Y2K.
I'm looking at videos I absolutely need to watch. Add to queue. Add to queue. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, like these two have been talking about potentially going video at some point.
Yeah, we
Oh no, our biggest issue is trying to get Jables and I into the same area at the same time, so that we actually can talk to Brainwash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because all 3 of us have wildly different schedules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jables, just do
Yeah.
a little write-up of what you're thinking. Send it to me. I'll put in what I'm thinking. We'll let him be creative with it, because he's got good ideas.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I actually need to get in contact with my friend. She's the one that did my current avatar. I want to update it.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna put a reminder in my phone right now so that I do that tomorrow. So yeah. How's your guys' week?
A lot better than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
But I'm also at a great new job.
Question.
Answer.
Did anybody announce the show?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I was just checking the Discords.
Why do you ask? Hey, cats.
Ah, Katz is here.
Is Skull here?
Not yet.
Skull left the server. What the fuck?
Wait, what? Since when?
Just after we
Since-
started the show.
Yeah,
That's odd.
literally like 5 minutes ago. Vampire, have you just been sitting around waiting for us?
Hey, there's Larry.
Hey, Larry.
What up?
Anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you want to take lead on this one?
well, I don't know.
What one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for those of you that didn't see it, Sir and I did the one chip challenge with Pav over on the Advance to the Rear channel.
Yeah, and that didn't go very well.
I died. And then came back.
I was fine.
You weren't even there.
Yeah.
That's why I was fine.
By the way, okay. First complaint about the chip. Why did they have to make it so dry? It's so hard to fucking swallow.
It was not only was it hard to swallow, it was such a chore to chew it.
Mm-hmm.
It took so long just to get it to the point where you could swallow it.
But then it was just also dry.
Oh yeah, incredibly dry.
Yeah. Like,
And basically flavorless.
yeah. Just hurt. It just tasted pain.
Yeah,
and
so
then-
because I've done a one previously, like in comparison to the one that I did in 2020, like for those who are there, and like there's still a clip of it that you can watch. Like it doesn't. The 2021 did not hit immediately. Like as I was chewing, I was talking, like describing that it was smoky, that it actually wasn't that bad flavor-wise. And then as it started to hit, like, you know, like you can hear me like go a bit before I say I'm turning the camera off. This one was not like that. There was no build. It was just at peak instantaneously.
Yeah. I saw Sean Evans, the host of Hot Ones, did it with Tony Hawk this week. And he was having a hard time with it.
Yeah, like
If that says anything.
I said, you know, like the 2021, it was like, you know, it's like, okay, first you taste the chip, and it's like, okay, that's really smoky, but that's not terrible. I can taste the chipotle pepper. And then it's like, and it's getting bad. Now it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Now it's getting a lot worse.
Yeah. That I expected a build up. I did
No,
not
like-
expect instant fuck you.
Yeah, this one, it went from 0 to holy shit in like a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that. It was not like the one I had previously at all.
Yeah.
Also, it
and-
tasted like absolute shit.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Larry. Yeah, I did not shit blood the next day because I vomited twice because of it.
Meaning
Yeah.
he didn't shit at all the next day.
Oh,
So,
some
yeah.
of it still made its way through. I had a slight burn, but I was prepared.
Yeah. So, Jables, as he just said, you know, like Jables puked. I had a different problem. So, like, I finished swallowing it, and, you know, I pulled my mask up to, like, show my tongue off, you know, just to prove that, yes, I did, in fact, eat it. And then, you know, like, I got up because I felt, you know, like, all this stuff starting to like accumulate in the back of my throat.
Mm-hmm.
So I stood up to like try and swallow. Couldn't swallow. So I shut the camera off so I could take my mask off and go to my water jug, you know, like take some water and try and swallow. I couldn't fucking swallow it.
Oh, goddamn.
And it's getting to the point, it's like my throat's starting to get blocked and kind of having a little trouble breathing at the moment.
Yeah.
So I took my headset off entirely and I left the room. And what I had to do is I went into my bathroom and I turned the sink on and I angled my head so that like the stream of water would just like barely hit the back of my throat.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to trigger my gag reflex like 3 times to get the blockage out.
Yeah.
And it was horrid, man. It's like just this neon blue slime coming out of my throat.
Yep.
And then once I had it all out, I just kind of sat there on the toilet for a bit like, oh, that does not feel good at all.
No, yeah, it's rough. If I do it again, I'm gonna have to do like 6 months of heavy pepper training, sort of building up my tolerance.
So, you know,
I
like,
did nothing this time around. I was like,
yeah, like once I got my
Fuck
once I got my breathing back under control after nearly choking, that's when I came back in and I got back on camera.
yeah. By the way, Hacky, if you're gonna make the chips so fucking dry, include in the rules that you can have a sip of water to get it down. But no other drinks after that. Just have that be a part of the rules.
Water
Because
will
it's
not make it any easier.
Yeah.
No, it
And
absolutely
I'm
won't.
literally talking just a sip, just to get it down. That's it.
I said, you know, like for me, like the pain wasn't my biggest issue. My biggest issue is like, oh, my sinuses have decided they want to kill me over this.
Yeah, the pain was an issue. Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong, it still hurt like a bastard, but I could have dealt with that.
yeah, I don't know. Here's an example of how bad it was. I thought that was 2 weeks ago until Sir brought it up before the show. That's how bad it was.
But the thing is like, after the initial experience, because like, kind of like the last one, actually this one, like, as it hit peak almost instantly, but because it was at peak instantly, it didn't stay at peak for as long as the previous one I did.
Mm-hmm.
So it started to taper off faster. And again, by about the half-hour mark, couldn't feel it anymore.
Yeah, same here.
But like, the after effects were a lot more unpleasant than the one I did last time. Like, the last one I did didn't give me an upset stomach. This one sure as fuck did.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, like, I could still taste the fucking thing like 24 hours later. Like, that taste kept coming up in the back of my throat. And on top of all that, like, the entire next day, fucking constipated. All day. It was miserable. So yeah, like, I have no real interest in doing it again. I've done it twice. I don't think I have to prove anything, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, pretty much every aspect of this one compared to the last one was just worse in every way. It was a very unpleasant experience.
I don't think. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Won't do the
Like, me too, Pav. Like, even my water tasted different for like the next day afterwards. Like, nothing tasted quite right.
I didn't have an appetite for the next 2 days.
Like, it didn't fuck with my appetite or anything. It's just like, man, everything tastes kind of off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. Probably won't do the one chip challenge again. More than happy to try some super hot sauces.
Well, see, like,
But
with
not
hot
the-
sauces, like you're adding them on top of, like, other flavors, like other
Or
foods.
Well, I wouldn't even necessarily do another food. I do like a dab of hot sauce.
I mean, like, yeah, sure, but, like, then again, like, the other thing is, like, the hot sauce, like, it's a sauce. There's actual, like, moisture involved.
Yeah. Yeah, which was one of my biggest problems with the chip, is it just dried out my entire mouth. So
Don't
how
think
am
I
supposed
didn't-
to swallow this.
Yeah, don't think I didn't see you, Yami.
Yeah, we all saw you. Also,
I think-
hi Pav. Hi Yami.
I think that's another reason why I couldn't swallow. It's because, like, that chip was so dry, not only did it dry my mouth out, it dried out the back of my throat. So when that mucus did start to rush back and accumulate, it's like, I've got no lubrication. I can't get it to go down.
It's like that time I almost suffocated myself because I thought it would be a good idea to smoke some weed to help me sleep when I was sick with a cold.
Oh, no.
Which, it did help me go to sleep. But what happened was the weed gave me cotton mouth and my nose was clogged. So my tongue ended up glued to the roof of my mouth because of the cotton mouth. And I couldn't breathe through my nose because it was all clogged. And I just woke up gasping for breath and my tongue just trying to suction to the back of my throat. And I had to run to my kitchen and just start pouring water in my mouth. Just to get some moisture in there so I could release my... Because, like, I put my fingers in my mouth and I couldn't pull my tongue down off the roof of my mouth. Like, it was stuck.
Yeah, like, seeing as how he's popped up in chat, like, I will say for, like, others that miss this, like, I said, like, Jables wasn't prepped for that level of spice, and his
No.
body just immediately is just like, nope, get this shit out.
Yeah.
It said, like, I was tolerating the pain. It still sucked, but my sinuses tried to kill me. Pav sat there like a fucking champ.
Yeah, but Pav also constantly has super hot spices. And uses
Still, though,
super
like-
hot sauces.
Credit where
He's the
credit is due.
colonizer of the group.
He just sat there and, like, started answering trivia questions almost immediately.
Yeah. That's on purpose, Larry. I wanted to make sure that you knew I was okay, so I kept making pain noises.
Well, as I said, Larry, I physically had to leave the room because I couldn't swallow the mucus that was building up in my throat. So I had to go to my bathroom and force it out.
By the way, my theory that spicy food is like a bad mushroom trip, you just have to keep reminding yourself that's going to end eventually, actually helped. It's true. It's tested. It's a fact. Scientific fact.
With a sample size of 1.
That's the
What?
only sample size I need for me to continue eating spicy.
No, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, like the upset stomach and stuff later wasn't very nice, but like, once I got that crap out of my throat, I was fine at that point. Once I could, like, breathe again.
Yeah.
I said, like, the pain was bad, but it wasn't intolerably bad.
Oh, by the way, I do have to give You're right. Pav does deserve a shout out because
Baby, you're a firework.
What the fuck? But yeah, like I didn't feel the need. Like I wasn't in enough pain that I had to like run to the kitchen. Like, oh god, need milk now.
Yes, it is JonTron.
Yeah.
I specifically chose
said,
the
you know, like-
JonTron one because it has more passion.
I said, you know, like I took my headset off and went to the bathroom because I didn't want to hear you guys. I didn't want you guys to hear me gagging and then gasping for air on stream.
Okay, Yami. Yeah.
But yeah, like for people who have no spice tolerance or even like casual spice tolerance,
Don't do it.
just don't. You're not going to enjoy your experience. Even if you do have a high spice tolerance, and I think Pav will attest to this as well, even if you do, it's still not fun.
I think it was pretty good content, so I'm pretty happy about that. Other than that, no.
No, like for the content, it was fine.
Yeah.
And so, like, I wish that my sinuses hadn't decided it's like, oh, you just need to choke now. Because I would have liked to have stayed on stream and, like, talked with everybody like I did last time.
You know what? Everybody was entertained. Worth it. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again, but worth it. That's all I wanted was for everybody to be entertained. Do you guys not realize this is all I shoot for?
Yeah, we're never gonna make ends meet on this platform.
Yeah, it's like for the cost of $9, like, honestly, it wasn't anything that I will regret doing in the long term.
Nah.
I don't regret doing it, period. It's just that, like, it was not pleasant in any way.
Yeah.
I said, like, the first one I did, it's like, yeah, it was painful. It made talking hard for, like, the next 30 minutes of the stream. It's like, I was fine for the most part. I was in pain, but I was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
This
and
one
now,
was just...
now we have a new experience we can talk about.
Like, that's the difference
It's-
between the 2020 One Chip Challenge versus the 2022 One Chip Challenge. 2020, I was in pain, but I was still having fun doing the stream.
Yeah.
This one, I was not having fun. This one just sucked. There was nothing redeeming about it.
Rimshee, why did you send me that?
Reasons.
You want me to clip something from there?
I'll explain it later.
Okay.
But yeah, Pav, when you have the stream or the clips, send, please. I want to watch.
Does Pop not keep his VODs up on Twitch?
I don't know.
Bob's not on the show, so we can't ask him questions.
Oh,
No, the chat does
Well, he
not
was on the
exist. Chat is a myth. Chat does not exist.
I may not like you, chat, but at least I'll acknowledge that you're there.
yeah.
There is no such
I
thing
love
as
it.
chat.
I love you, chat. See, we cover the full spectrum.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't hate chat.
Ja-
You can't hate
Jables
something
loves
that doesn't
you.
exist.
Jables loves you, I tolerate you, and Rimshee is just in some sort of weird denial.
Chat is a figment of my imagination, and you can suck a dick.
By the way,
Or get
Rimshee,
Pov to
what
do
you
it.
sent me-
He's got an oral fixation.
Rimshee, what you sent me, I've heard this before. Oddly enough, I've never seen the video. I just heard about it on the bonfire with Big J Okerson and Dan Soder. Yeah. Yeah, they spent a week on like this one video. Okay. Anyways. You guys want to talk about some stuff?
Yeah, I think we've covered the full spectrum of what last week was like.
Okay.
We did it for the lulz.
We did a thing, and it should be
You didn't do
regretted.
anything. Shut up.
I
Let's go
did a
back to our-
thing. I did not do a thing with you guys, though. I have a wife and kid. Also, I'm getting a water softener on Monday.
Nice.
We need a water softener here. I don't know what it is about water in this city, but it's harder than most convicts.
On the scale, what's it at?
I don't know like the actual scale, but like we pretty much routinely have to decalcify the dog's water bowl. Bug?
Hard.
What are you doing on my
Yeah,
water?
when I got my water tested, it was a 19. Anything above 11 is absurdly high.
But yeah, you know, like I said, like this is the city water. So the fact that it's like the city provided water is still this hard. It's like, what the hell is going on around here?
So, did you guys know that they were making a live-action Pinocchio?
Yes,
I did know
unfortunately.
that. I can read too, Jables.
I have thoughts
But you're
on
reading
this.
this one.
Yeah, I'm cool with reading it. Tom Hanks seen as Geppetto in first trailer for Pinocchio. Disney Plus puts a live-action spin on the iconic story.
The hell?
Mhm.
Now, you're talking about the Daily Mail, or
Yeah, the Daily Mail.
maybe I just need to refresh the page.
You might have clicked the wrong one. There's two links there. One didn't have a preview.
Yeah, I clicked. No, it. I just updated it, and it has changed overnight.
Oh no. Yeah, there was a live action Pinocchio movie, Yammy, but that was really bad. And it had nothing to do with the Disney movie.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's one of those things Disney doesn't have, like...
Exclusivity.
Yeah, Pinocchio's an
I-
old story.
Yes, where we all get the joke. Geppetto
Yep.
wants a real boy. You know.
That's not what it
Uh,
was back in the day, but you know.
Yeah.
Cyanide and Happiness did the best Joker carding, though.
Yeah. A classic character and tales brought to life in live action for the first time with the new trailer for Disney's Pinocchio. Tom Hanks stars as Geppetto in live action adaptation of Carlo Collodi's 1883 book, The Adventures of Pinocchio, with Benjamin Evan Ainsworth voicing the title character. Trailer gave fans a first look at the project as well as Tom in the iconic role.
There are fans.
Robert Zemeckis directed and co-wrote the highly anticipated adaptation, which debuts on the Disney Plus streaming service September 8th. So,
I think highly anticipated to be taken with a massive grain of salt.
Oh, it should
Well-
be taken with a mound of salt.
it's also Robert Zemeckis that brings me some hope.
You see, my problem with this is that at best, this movie is going to be unnecessary.
Oh, probably, but have you seen the trailer yet?
Not the full trailer, no.
I don't know. Out of all of the live action things that Disney has done, this looks like it's going to be the best one, which isn't saying much.
Yeah, that is really not saying a lot.
That's a low bar.
Like, as I said, like even if this movie is just like a straight up like like a fairly faithful recreation of like the original film with like a few added elements, again, at best, it's just completely unnecessary.
Well, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a statement. The live action Beauty and the Beast is actually pretty decent, but people forget about it.
Okay. I haven't bothered with any of the live actions because every time I've seen a trailer for any of them, it all looks like shit. This one I'd actually be interested in. Plus, Pinocchio
Yeah,
is
I
one of my
would
favorite movies when I was a
suggest
kid.
watching the live action Beauty and the Beast. It essentially follows the same story. There are a few changes that are made for obvious reasons, and a few things added, like they expand on the mother.
Mhm.
But I'd say it's pretty decent. I would absolutely suggest putting any preconceived notions about the actors aside, though, whether you have them or not.
Larry, like the based on games thing, yeah, that was a joke for a long time, but Sonic was surprisingly good.
Well, they also listened to
Yes.
the crew, or listened to the fans when everyone just utterly shit all
I mean, like-
over Sonic.
Obviously, like it's not the norm, but it's like that first Sonic movie proved it's like if you give a shit, you can actually make a video game based movie that doesn't suck.
It's like it's the exception that proves the rule, though. That's a
Yeah, it's not that all those other movies suck because because it's impossible to make a good video game movie. It's just that good video game movies can be made if you do the correct adaptation, but you actually have to care about the source material. Kind of like
Which is why-
kind of like the Halo TV show, which if you really take a look at it, it looks like they took a script for a Mass Effect world and edited it.
I think that's being insulting towards Mass Effect, but
No, because I'm not saying the writing was good.
oh no, it wasn't.
I'm saying that they probably originally wrote a script for a Mass Effect world. And when that deal didn't go through, they're like, adapt it to Halo. So
I
an
don't
already
think-
bad
Yeah.
script got made worse.
well,
I don't think that script was made with
No.
anybody in mind. Least of all Halo fans.
the creators, the director and the writers said that they had never played the games and didn't know any of the source material. They just knew the basics.
Which is a bad thing.
Yes,
That doesn't
that is
disprove
not
that
good.
doesn't disprove my comments.
Yeah, but it's literally just a baseless theory.
Oh no. If you look at it, you can actually see it fitting a little bit better in the Mass Effect world.
Yeah, I could if that's what I was looking for.
Mhm. It's
You know, and like speaking of like video game adaptations, I found out not too long ago that I guess Netflix is working on an adaptation for BioShock. And it's like, oh
I heard about
no,
that.
please no.
I've been playing the games recently.
Oh yeah, what do you think so far?
I haven't gotten that far.
Well, here's the question: are they gonna go? Are they doing an adaptation of the original BioShock, or are they doing an adaptation of BioShock Infinite?
They can do an adaptation of Infinite. I don't give a fuck about Infinite.
Yeah.
Also,
It'd
that
be-
would probably fit with their ideals pretty well.
Larry brought up a point about Arcane being decent.
Oh, yeah,
Castlevania is also a
Arcane's
good show,
fantastic.
but Castlevania
But
is
that's-
really good too.
Arcane also puts emphasis on the story, not the fact that it's from League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Arcane, it's like it does this magical thing where it's just like character writing is important.
Yeah, we're not trying to sell tickets. Hey, it's Mickey Bitch. Subscribe tier 1. Subscribe for 28 months. Thanks, Mickey. Yeah, well, it's so live action adaptations. I always think of how the studios treat them is like how DC treats their properties. All the animated stuff that DC puts out is fantastic.
Yeah,
Why do they fucking fail at live action so hard?
I think that's more to do with Warner Brothers, but
Hmm.
also, you know, like it's like, you know, live action. It's like, you know, like if we want to look at it, like the original film adaptations of Tolkien's work were all animated.
Yeah, those were kind of shit.
Yeah,
The live actions came much later. They were
Yeah.
way better.
the live actions actually took the soul and tried to put that on film. And yeah,
Well, yeah, 'cause
Tolkien
it
would have
was made by a
hated those
superfan.
films.
Oh yeah, if you're a Tolkien purist, you hate the Lord of the Rings trilogy by Jackson.
Tolkien himself would have hated it. But
Right.
his son
Huh?
hates it. He would have hated it because he would have felt it diverted too much from his original source.
Yeah, like for as good of, they're probably the best adaptations we're ever gonna get, but they change a lot.
That's fair.
They get rid of Tom Bombadil, for example, but
I don't
be
care
honest.
about
Everybody
that.
fucking hates Tom
I'll be
Bombadil.
honest, I don't care because he's kind of superfluous. He's this big, swinging dick character who could beat the shit out of Sauron with his mere thought, and yet he just sits there like, oh no, I'm gonna stay in my forest and let the whole world rely on you for. I don't give a shit.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. But you know, like
one
one of the major things is like Aragorn is a completely different character in the films than he is in the books. Same with like Faramir is also fairly different as well.
Yeah. I don't mind slight changes for because going from book to movie is very difficult. There has to be change.
Yeah.
It's a necessary.
Well, for one
evil.
thing, a lot of people think that, oh, if you were to do a book the exact way it is as a movie, then it'd be fucking 7 hours long. It'd be 40 hours long. First off, you gotta take into account the fact that a lot of the words used in books are to describe the scenery and build a world for you, when a film
Yeah.
can be just like, this is it. You've seen it all. That took all of 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
But yeah,
Did
did
even
you guys,
even
did
in
you
that
guys
case,
see that shit? Did you guys see that shit recently that apparently Amazon is already going to declare Rings of Power a victory regardless of actual viewer count?
yeah, yeah.
what denotes a victory then?
I have no fucking idea. That just says it's like we spent $1 billion on this and we can't admit that it's gonna fail.
Yeah, no. What they're counting is how much people are talking about it, because it sucks shit.
Yeah, absolutely everything I've seen regarding
Yeah.
this production is trash.
Yeah, they're counting it as a victory because of how many people are talking, not because it's actually good.
Well, they say
To be
all press
fair-
is good press, but
Yeah,
I
to
mean-
be fair, I've been tempted to watch it, but then I
You
see a
could-
breakdown of why it sucks, and I'm like, okay.
You could go ahead and watch it if you want, Larry. I ain't touching that shit because it's not Tolkien.
Yeah. I saw a breakdown from a professional costume designer about just how the costume design sucks in the show, and it doesn't fit with any of the original work. And
And it looks so cheap.
Mhm.
like I said,
Yeah.
Like this is
Tolkien would've
community
hated-
theater level shit.
Tolkien would have hated the Jackson adaptation. I think by comparison, he would have been absolutely in love with the Jackson interpretation. That's how
Wait.
much worse this
I think
potentially
hate
has
is a
to be.
strong word. I think.
No,
hate is
those
too
are the
strong
words
of a word.
his son uses, and he has stated multiple times that, or he had stated multiple times while he was alive, that effectively, if you're not following the source material perfectly, he would, if you're bastardizing it at all, he would hate it.
Yes. But I don't think the movie needs a cuckoo clock to chime 37 times.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying Tolkien would have hated it.
Now, like Tolkien's biggest thing is like if the characters primarily were not held to, and they're not in the Jackson film.
Not
They're
perfectly.
not.
But
They are not his characters.
Yeah, that's fair. I have similar issues with Harry Potter.
Also, Larry, that was a adaptation of The Hobbit, not The Lord of the Rings.
Yes, and I have seen it.
And yeah, it is a fucking trip.
Join the Discord and keep your eye out for surprise movie nights, and you might see things like that.
Like fucking, it's like a Hobbit film made in Soviet fucking Russia.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like
Although
it's like they're trying to do a movie, but it's a stage play at the same time. It's a weird fucking.
you could argue that it's better than the actual Hobbit trilogy films.
The fact
Hey,
that
I
The
think it
Hobbit
has
was
a
made
value.
a trilogy.
Yeah, that was overstepping.
2 movies would have been a fucking stretch.
You could get
I
away
think
with 2, but it would have been a
because-
stretch.
because The Hobbit is such a long book.
It's
I
really
think it
not,
would've been-
though.
No, it's pretty short.
It kind of is. It's like the size of 1.5 of the trilogy.
No, it's closer to equal to one of the Loder trilogies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still,
like
I still think 2 movies.
the first
it's
edition of The
dense.
Hobbit was 310 pages.
Okay.
So
You gonna follow that up with the stats of the other books?
Well, yeah, I was getting to it. I'm waiting for fucking Wikipedia to load.
No, I don't think when it comes to adapting a book to a movie, I don't think two
So yeah,
is excessive.
Fellowship was 423 pages.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, what I was saying, I don't think it's terrible to make it 2 movies. 3 movies is excessive.
You could probably get away with 2. It probably would be better as 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Like, there was a lot of superfluous shit that was in those movies.
There's a lot of
And
superfluous
shit being
that's in the
jumbled
books.
around.
Yeah, so it's like there was no fucking reason for fucking Legolas to be in these movies.
Yeah. I'll be
That-
honest with you. I watched the first one and gave up on the entire trilogy.
That
No fucking
loves
reason for Sauron to be in. Sauron?
Sauron.
Yeah.
And
There's no
to
reason
be
for
fair-
him to be in these.
to be fair, the whole the necromancer in Dol Guldur, that is accurate. Sauron was there. How he got driven out is a bit different, but
Mm-hmm.
and also I believe it didn't happen until after the Battle of the Five Armies, where it's just like all those orcs got fucking wiped out. He's just like, oh fuck, man, I gotta pack up and move my shit now. God damn it.
Galadriel never makes an appearance.
No. Well, Saruman doesn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I did not need that scene of fucking, like, I don't need to see Christopher Lee smacking fucking shadows with a stick. I didn't need to see that. It added nothing.
Elrond never actually
Have you
makes
seen
an
the-
appearance.
Have you seen the behind the scenes when Ian McKellen gets pissed off?
Oh yeah, because he's just in a fucking green room.
He's in a green room. He has nothing to interact with. He's like, give me something, a tennis ball, anything to interact with, something.
Oh, like, it was terrible. Like, I will never understand the decision to go CGI with the orcs. That was a horrific mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, especially
Also-
since the orcs look so fucking good.
Well, yeah, because they were fucking people!
Well, they wanted to make money on The Hobbit, and Jackson
The
at that
Hobbit,
point,
search for money.
yeah, basically, The Hobbit is Spaceballs too.
Yeah.
Like, Jackson wasn't even attached to the Hobbit films to begin with. They had to drag him in when the production started going sideways.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I've seen the behind the scenes footage. He was
It
pissed
makes
off.
for a
He was
worse
consoling
product, and I
Ian
don't blame
McKellen,
him for
being
getting
like,
his money.
We can't. He was consoling Ian McKellen like, I'm sorry. This is what we got to work with.
Fucking, like... Also, like, just the fact that, like, you know, not only do the orcs look terrible, but they're all gigantic for some reason.
Yeah, and okay, this brings up a bigger issue. CGI in movies. CGI is supposed to enhance practical for the most part.
Yeah.
It can be used to do entire scenes for certain things, like for example, starships, large
Yeah.
armies, creatures you cannot put in a practical.
Like the cave troll from Fellowship of the Ring.
The Balrog,
Yeah,
which still looks fucking fantastic to this
Yeah.
day.
I watched the trilogy pretty recently. Still looks good.
Also, did you see one of those Rings of Powers teasers that showed a Balrog?
No.
There's going to be a Balrog.
I actively avoid that show. Like I mostly see like costume design.
Yeah.
Like the title of the video was "How to Do Bad Costume Design."
They're like,
I was like, okay, I'm curious about costume design.
It,
So
like,
I looked
in
into
one of
it,
the
and it was all about the Rings of Power costume design. I was like, oh,
in one of the teasers not too long ago, they literally show like a brief clip of like a Balrog roaring, and one, it looks worse than the Fellowship one. I don't know how the fuck you managed that.
yeah.
And two, it's like, oh, it's literally just fucking key jangling. That's all it is. Because this is the Second Age. There are no Balrogs in the Second Age.
Larry, Legolas jumping on the elephant? Yes. That's a little janky to this day. But at the time, pretty good.
Wait, what?
Legolas,
No. I'm talking about. I'm looking at Mickey's comment. The Great Hall of Moria had shit effects. I
What?
disagree strongly. That shot where Gandalf lights up his staff and we actually get to see the full scope of the hall, that is an amazing fucking moment in that movie.
Yeah.
It's not hate for CGI in and of itself, Pav. We're talking about the overuse of CGI to save money on practical effects in situations where CGI is gonna be a bad idea or is being poorly utilized.
Yeah, like you can save some money on practical effects by enhancing them with CGI. I don't have a for CGI.
Like I said, like sometimes you do need CGI because like to do scenes that you couldn't practically do with practical effects.
Jurassic Park's a good example of that. It's mostly practical effects.
You know, like in Return of the King, the Ride of the Rohirrim, you couldn't do that shit with practical effects. Impossible.
Well, not impossible, but so utterly impractical.
You know, it's like, where are you going to get 6,000 dudes and put them on 6,000 horses without costing an exorbitant amount of money?
Okay.
I will say this. There are certain situations where it makes more sense to use CGI instead of practical. Like, I'll use a weird but very good example of this. They should have used CGI in The Mandalorian when they had Ahsoka on screen. She's got fucking her I forget what the things are called, but her head tentacle things. They only go like partway down her body. They're supposed to go down past her hips, according to Star Wars lore about her species. Should have used CGI for that. I totally get why you didn't use why you used short if you were going practical, but then you gotta add to that with CGI ones that actually extend down to the proper length, and that would have been perfectly fine.
Okay. Wait, does she even have head tentacles? She's not a Twi'lek.
No, her species is also has them, but they kind of like, they're more like earlobes.
I thought it was just her hair.
Okay, so I have something to say. So when they walk in at first, the pillars in the hall look fake as fuck. I understand some CG definitely had to take place there because that's a large space that they would have to build that would take up an entire warehouse.
Okay.
You'll never get the right lighting or look if you do straight practical with that. But that's not what we're talking about.
Y2K and W, like 5,000 extras. Yeah, that is impressive, but that's also infantry that are moving at marching pace. Like, the 5,000 extras, that's one thing. Getting an equal number of horses and
Yeah.
coordinating that.
I don't know. I didn't know about the Dune MMO announcement, and I have no idea what Habib's take is on it. By the way, I need to talk to Habib. I haven't talked to him in like Larry, next time you're watching one of Habib's streams, let him know. I'd like to chat with him sometime. 'Cause it's been a while.
Yeah. Fuck, the last time I had any interaction with him is when we raided him
Yeah.
because he was doing like that charity. He was playing a fucking was he playing Daggerfall? I think he was playing Daggerfall.
I'm also not into Dune, so I'm not going to really have an opinion on it. Right?
Yeah, Dune is a thing.
No.
Very
I-
much a thing.
I haven't watched any of the movies. I haven't read the book.
The newest movie, it's all right. I had problems
Yeah.
with it,
And
especially when I thought about it more. But
everybody that I know that has read the book or seen the movies, they're read the book and seen the movies. They're but I'm gonna get okay. Dr. K&W says first Dune book is worth reading. Sure, maybe it is. But all of the follow-up shit is apparently garbage, according to everybody else. So why would I even bother?
well, no,
Yes.
like the first couple of books after Dune are fine because you still have Frank Herbert writing at that point.
Dune, Children of Dune, and what was the third one?
It was a Dune Messiah.
Oh, that's right. And then Children of Dune.
Then
And that's
Children
kind
of
of where it
Dune.
starts going off. It's off the deep end.
Yeah, like he wrote the first 4 books, I think. Like his son and like another guy came in to like try and wrap it all up, and it was kind of a mess.
Yeah, I just don't have the desire to like read it or watch any of the movies.
Yeah, that was the 4th book, Y2KW, thank you. God Emperor of Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first 3 books are definitely worth watching or reading. Not more. We're talking books.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like as Y2KW says, like you can just as easily just read the first book and be fine. Just like have that experience and leave with it.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
Like it is like one of the absolute, like it is the seminal sci-fi book. Like it's sold more copies than any other book in the genre.
Okay.
So yeah.
Maybe
I
I'll
feel
read it.
like Dune Messiah is worth reading as well. But yeah, Dune. If you just read Dune, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like it is dense. Like it's surprisingly not as long as people think it is. But like the sheer amount of world building that Frank managed in those pages is
It's efficient.
yeah.
It is highly
He is
efficient.
incredibly efficient. Dune is an amazing book.
Like, for its length, you'd get an entire Star Wars trilogy worth of world building.
Yeah, in fact, let me just check real quick.
I've never been thicker since I got with a Mexican man.
Why does it bring up the movie first? Fuck you, Google. It's not what I wanted. 412 pages.
What, Larry? What, Larry? Are you mad because I'm the only person that has actually made Brendan Schaub funny?
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No hate watching. No fucking hate watching.
What?
Look on my screen share, dude.
Sorry. That's why I told you before. I need like 7 monitors.
Yeah, I feel like I need more monitors, and I've got an ultra wide.
Yeah. But I'd like to keep the chat up on like a little screen.
Yeah, no, I get you. I would love to have like 2 small screens, one to put OBS on and one to put the chat on.
Oh no, as I said, Pav, like, I am not watching this fucking series. I will watch other people's opinions after they watch it.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to pull that up on my big screen. Like, turn off the chat.
But yeah, I have seen enough leading up to this to know that this has nothing to do with the man's work. They just bought the rights and are doing whatever the fuck they want with it. And you know what? I ain't watching it. I don't give a shit about your...
appendices.
Yeah,
Not
that's
even
what
to any of the books. They have no rights to any of the second era stories. They're going based purely off the appendices, and they're having to make shit up.
And the thing is, like, they're fucking up, like, even though they have access to the appendices, they're directly contradicting the appendices, or just, like, reinterpreting in ways that are not appropriate.
Yeah.
Why does the dwarf princess not have a beard? Dwarf women have beards! God damn it!
That's what the guy I watched with that's what he was talking about with costume design. Like, the 2 factors you need to look at when designing a good costume is characterization and utility. And apparently Rings of Power doesn't follow any of that.
Yeah, I could see, like, there are certain things that I could absolutely see them doing in a movie that they not doing in a movie that is directly in the lore of a book. For example, I could totally see... Oh, look, it's Pig. Well, let's do a thing. I could totally see them pulling in a... Hold on, words.
Don't worry, that happens to me all the time.
I could totally see that a book where they've got this elaborate thing, and then you go to actually do it in a movie, and it's completely impractical. You're not going to be able to accomplish it. The only way you'll be able to is with CGI, and the fact that they've got to go through these certain scenes means that it's going to be so much more expensive to do it, you may as well modify it in order to actually get the movie out. There are certain things
what
like
movie
that.
are we talking about right now?
Well, right now we're talking about costume design and converting books to movies, and in general. But what brought this on was Rings of Power.
Well, no, what brought this on was Pinocchio, which led to Rings of Power, eventually.
Well, no, it's like, we went to Pinocchio, and then fucking video games, and then me being extremely apprehensive about Netflix doing BioShock.
You're not the only one.
And yeah, we somehow kind of ended up here.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's a logical progression there. Freaking... But I'm with Rimshee. There's a lot of... When it comes to taking a book, something from book form and trying to convert it over to a visual medium like a TV show or a movie. There's just so much shit that you wouldn't be able to do, and then it's like there's only like a couple of movies that I've seen that are converted from books that have done even remotely similar or passable. One of those would be the Lord of the Rings series. I'm talking Fellowship of the Ring, and then Return of the King, and then Two Towers, and all that jazz. And then the most recent attempt at Dune actually did a pretty good job, but they didn't try to cram everything into one fucking movie.
The cinematography in Dune was absolutely spectacular.
I'm pretty sure it was done by Ridley Scott, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. It seemed like a Ridley Scott thing.
Like, I could understand why, you know, like with, you know, like the big sweeping landscape shots and all that shit. But yeah, I was sitting there in the theater watching Dune, and I'm like, God damn, this movie is pretty.
Still haven't seen Dune.
Larry,
Off.
a few things. One, I think the number one best book to movie adaptation that I've ever seen was John Dies at the End.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It's a great movie. It's also a really good book. And it's I read the book after watching the movie, and literally everything that was cut out was 100% understandable and purely for time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things that were cut from The Lord of the Rings was not super consequential to the plot of the movie or the book, like Tom Bombadil.
Yeah,
Tom Bombadil, that whole thing.
On him.
That whole thing regarding him is, I mean, yeah, people who read the book absolutely loved that segment of the book, but he was completely and utterly inconsequential to the plot of what was happening. He had no bearing on how the story went.
Yeah, like the only major thing that Bombadil really contributes to the story going forward is he's how the hobbits got the barrow blades.
No, they got those blades by going into the Barrow Downs.
Yeah, but he had to save their fucking asses. They would have died there if he didn't show up.
That was not... It's been a while since I've read the book. Maybe he did show up. I don't remember.
He did.
But I remember them fighting a Barrow Wight and then narrowly getting out of there. But I don't remember Tom Bombadil showing back up.
No, he did. He had to. He showed up and he subdued the Wight, and that was like he gave them the blades afterwards, like because they basically earned them. It's like, oh, you went in there for these, like here, you can take them, and then that's his last appearance in the story. We never see him again.
Yeah, I feel like Tolkien just put him in there just because he designed the character and he wanted him to be in there somehow. And there's a lot of speculation on who Tom Bombadil is, just based on information from the Silmarillion and all that jazz. Like he's a really powerful person in that universe and whatnot, and it's like far more powerful than Gandalf and Saruman ever were, etc., etc.
Well, he's like a forest spirit or something like that.
A lot of people are thinking he's actually the what's the name of the creator?
El Iluvatar? I don't think Tom Bombadil is El Iluvatar.
There's a very popular idea out there that he is Iluvatar.
Yeah, but I don't buy it.
I'm not gonna say anything one way or the other because I don't really care.
Also, there's also the fact that, you know, like, people like have seen the movies but like haven't read the books, or at least haven't read the books in a long time, don't quite understand just how depowered Gandalf is in the movies. He is way more powerful in the books.
Yes, he is, and he just is not able to show that. Something a lot of people just don't understand is all of the wizards are very, very, very limited in what they're allowed to do, how much power are they allowed to wield?
Like again, like it's not depicted in the movie, obviously, but the reason why there were only 6, or was it 5? It was 5.
I believe it was 5. Yeah.
The reason why there were only 5 Nazgul at Weathertop to attack the hobbits was because of Gandalf. Because
the other 4 of them being kind of occupied.
No, like he showed up prior to them arriving at Weathertop, and he fought all 9 of them single-handedly. And it wasn't until night fell. It wasn't until night fell that they started to get the upper hand a bit with the coming of darkness. But even then, he still led 4 of them off.
People are going to be able to masturbate to this. This is pretty fucking hot. I'm not going to lie right now.
Also, you know, like that's like one of the few things about the Jackson trilogy that does legitimately piss me off. Is in the extended version of the breaking of the staff. That was bullshit. That would not happen.
Why not?
Because Gandalf the White, the fucking Witch King, does not compare to him in any measure whatsoever.
So here's the idea about the staves. The staves are a crystallization of their power. It's not just some weird tool that they pick up along or craft along the way. No, it is a crystallization of their strength and their power. That's why they use them. And their power comes directly from the creator. I can never keep his name in my head.
Yeah, Ella
or her name, whatever. And the only reason that Sauron is around is because the guy who raised him up is no longer around. And the reason he's no longer around is because the wizards fucked him. Like, hardcore. And then after that happened, they were forbidden from directly intervening any further. Their job was done.
Well, wait, no. That's not. The wizards, like the
All right,
group
we
of
don't have to get stuck on Lord of the Rings specifically. Let's try and keep it a little more general.
Well, he was starting to get me going.
I was trying to.
Well, there's a show after this you guys can talk about it on.
Yeah. Nah, I was just
Larry, if I swear to Christ, if you bring up the eagle argument, I will knock the shit out of you.
There were eagles?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, the eagle argument.
No, I was hoping to trigger Sir a bit more with that statement.
But anyway, my point. Witch King could not have broken his staff. In the books, they don't even enter the fucking city.
Nope.
They never make it past the gates. Because as soon as the gates come down, Gandalf is in the courtyard fucking waiting for them.
Yep.
And he tells the Witch King right there, if you take one step into this city, I will unleash all of my power upon you.
Nerd alert!
Well, he didn't get the chance because the Rohirrim showed up at that point, and the Witch King had to go and take care of that.
Maybe I should read the book. It has been about 20 years.
I agree, Larry. 100% confirmed.
He doesn't have a wand, he has a staff.
Yeah, real wizards have staffs!
Shut your fucking whore mouth!
It's a length and girth thing, Larry. It's a length and girth thing.
No, fuck you, Jables! I don't give a shit!
Fuck
This
you!
is great.
Dumbledore was cool and all, but he wasn't no fucking Gandalf. Never will be either.
Well, now I'm reminded of the epic rap battles of history between Gandalf and Dumbledore. I had not seen either Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings by that point in time. So I had no idea what was going on when I first watched it. It sets you up for a really weird experience going in to watch the source material after that.
Wait. What did you watch first?
He saw the epic rap battle first.
Oh. What?
Which
Okay.
is, that's an interesting entry point to either series.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a lot of those. I was very sheltered as a kid, and then I got access to YouTube, and my parents didn't know.
Story of your life.
Yeah.
Your parents didn't know.
I was sheltered in a weird way, so I kind of get it.
I got grounded for watching Star Wars, like, for a month.
Oof.
I wasn't allowed to
Yeah,
watch
that's
Scooby-Doo.
worth it.
No, not that Star Wars. It was
Oh.
a VHS copy of Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Oh,
the
Star
worst of the
Wars?
real Star Wars. But at least it's real Star Wars.
I wouldn't
say
say
it's,
Phantom
that's-
Menace is the worst.
This is the reason why I have such a connection, like an emotional connection to the first three, is because I went through torment to get to watch them.
You know
Like,
what?
Yeah, the
I-
Phantom Menace is utter
Okay.
shit, but I can understand the other two.
Larry.
No,
Okay. So
here's
let
my
me-
argument. Hold on, I'll let Jables
Okay, yeah,
address Larry, and then...
Well, no, because this is going to bring up something entirely different once I get.
Okay, so I'll just finish real quick. Phantom Menace is a bad movie, but I still tolerate it more than Attack of the Clones. Because Attack of the Clones is just really fucking boring.
Oof, we disagree on that.
Yeah, I disagree entirely with you.
I think that movie is boring as shit.
Attack of the Clones had clones. Clones are the best
At
thing.
the end of the
I
fucking
don't fucking
movie!
care. There was the greatest moment of scenes.
It was too little too late at that point.
Initiate Order 66.
That was three.
Attack of the Clones is much more Star Trek than it is Star Wars for much of its movie. I'll grant you that.
Like,
Yeah, but
I will admit, Attack of the Clones did amazing for overall world building for Star Wars, introducing the clones and all their tech and shit. But that movie is a slog to get through.
I disagree, but that's personal preference.
Yep, 100%.
You could just be wrong.
Especially the scenes on Naboo. Jesus, kill me.
Okay, no, I'll agree there.
So,
The Naboo
it's-
scenes are a slog. Absolutely.
You guys don't like the beating romance between... I can't come up with funny names for either of them right now.
The phrase is budding romance.
What did I say?
Budding
Beating.
romance
So
for
technically you
for
could-
Sandy
technically you
McSanderson
could call it
and Groomer.
Groomer works, yeah.
Yeah, so like, it's all a matter of personal preference, but Attack of the Clones is the weakest for me.
Well, my issue is that, and it's pretty clear to see, and it made sense when I found this out, but Attack of the Clones was effectively made by committee of yes men. He
I mean,
actually
so
got
is the
pushed
Phantom
back.
Menace, but
No, sorry. Phantom Menace was what was the yes men. Attack the Clones, he actually had his own say in it, and he had people doing pushback. It was not... The prequels are not as good as the original.
Yeah, no,
I think we
hold
can
on,
all
before-
agree here, except maybe Pav, who's wrong. But
okay, hold on. I'm just gonna kill this right now because
I wanna
Jables
respond
had
to
a point that he was going to address.
Okay, and then I want to respond to what Larry, not Larry, Y2K said. Their names are both orange.
One's yellow, one's orange for me. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself. You're wrong.
Yeah.
All I have to
Everything-
say is that is how Pav differentiates people in the chat. You're orange and you're purple.
Yeah, so
I-
Pav
Orange
Pav
Man
only sees-
bad.
Pav only
Orange
sees
Man
color.
bad.
Pav only sees color, doesn't see the people,
Yep.
And
I actually can't argue with that. The fact that like Twitch chat like differentiates colors between people makes it so much easier for me to read chat.
Mm-hmm.
At least Larry agrees with me. Anyway, Larry's point on Willow, Jables, you had something about that?
Oh, I lost it. That's my bad. Sorry, Larry.
It being satanic.
Damn it.
So Y2K brought something up. He brought up the fact that he wasn't allowed to watch the porn VHS tapes. I got in less trouble for getting caught watching porn than I did Star Wars.
That's because porn is a natural thing to want to watch. Star Wars
No,
is evil and nasty.
No, my parents believe that watching porn will make you gay. I'm not kidding. Like
Watching
they
straight
despise-
porn will make you gay. Let me guess. Feeling a dick in your hand will make you desire to have dick in your hand, therefore gay.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I never went that far into their reasoning. They just made that argument to me, and I'm like,
watching
don't think
porn.
that's right.
Watching porn with a man is gay.
I mean,
Oh, porn.
it can be.
Yeah. It's pretty gay.
Anything,
looking,
any
you're
porn where you're
watching a man
inserting
fuck.
a phallic-like object into a non-natural orifice to stick it into is considered gay.
Not necessarily gay.
I mean,
All
Ron,
right.
considered
Anything
sodomy.
that involves anal or sodomy of any kind is gay.
Well, sodomy also includes oral sex.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, depending on definitions.
Yeah.
Ron White actually had a
there-
good joke about this.
There's actually a
White has a
movie.
bunch of good jokes about everything. Are you kidding?
There's a movie called The Anarchist Cookbook. It has nothing to do. Well, it has plenty to do with the book, but it's called The Anarchist Cookbook. And there's a chick that's part of this anarchist commune, gets arrested in Texas for sodomy laws because she was going down on another chick.
huh.
Yeah. It's an underrated movie, I think. I don't know. I was really stoned when I watched it.
That's a fucking Jables quote right there.
I don't remember what what happened, but I thought it was pretty good in the moment. I remember that.
I enjoyed the movie. I was stoned. I don't know.
That's all that was important, is you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I love how on
I thought it was hilarious that she got arrested under sodomy laws for going down on another chick. Because when they handcuffed her, you're arresting me for eating pussy, you fucking F slurs.
I want to just point something out for everybody. So Pig's streaming a pre-show before we go live, and I just checked in on it, and his head is just at the bottom of the frame of his camera, and most of the frame he's fixing it now.
He's sucking his own dick. Leave him alone.
Honestly, to tie into your thing, Jables, real quick, it's actually illegal for military personnel to engage in any sort of sodomy, or that may have been recently removed. No, I'm pretty sure it's still on the books. It's just never enforced. It's still on the books, but it's never enforced unless you are found with the base commander's daughter going down on you.
Well, I would say it would be something to use as like, you know, an add-on, like a fuck you rule, rather than like.
That's basically what it is. You got you got caught getting fucked, so the fuck you.
You were getting blown by a stripper again.
No, they don't care about the strippers. Like I said, it would get used if you get caught getting a blowy from the base commander's daughter.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not about the fact that that you're engaging in getting a blowy. It's the fact that it's the base commander's daughter, and he's now gonna hate your guts.
Do you know how?
Usually the daughter is less than 18.
So
just saying.
No, not usually. I don't think.
No, usually the daughter is less than 18.
I don't know about that.
No.
But so I live in a Navy town, right? And do you know how many girls that I've met that refuse to date Navy men because they're too scared of the girl's like father's rank.
That's actually a very fair.
Yeah.
It's a very fair reason to refuse to date a woman. I'm sorry, your dad outranks me. He can make me disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Legally,
literally,
make me
but
disappear.
may as well.
Yeah, it's like he could potentially end my career. So
Maybe not end it, but make it very, very miserable very, very soon.
Yeah.
well, it's like
For the foreseeable future.
career advancement could be severely hampered.
I don't.
Hampered
I
is
don't
one
think
way
it's.
of putting it.
I don't think it's right that that's a thing that goes on, but I understand why it does. Don't.
Yeah,
be,
we can
don't date your
understand shit
boss's.
without
Don't
agreeing.
date your boss's daughter. That's just a simple thing.
Should I say that I got caught screwing a boss's daughter once, and the boss was like, "Yeah, okay, take her off my hands. I don't want her anymore."
There's a difference between a boss and
real quick.
someone that outranks you in the military. It's completely different dynamic.
No, not really.
No, it is.
It is
because your boss can fire you. Your commander can give you legal punishments for the smallest shit you do, and you have no way of quitting or leaving.
You didn't brush that third
There
tooth
are
to the
limit-
right properly. 5,000 push-ups.
There are limitations to what a base commander can do. Anything beyond an Article 15 must go to court-martial and is no longer in the base commander's hands. It is a UCMJ action.
I want to fuck you in the face.
UCMJ actions also fall under Article 15 of actions. Those are also legal actions. The only difference is it's considered, oh, you're just accepting it as is. You're not going up before a court-martial, so because you're taking responsibility, we're gonna be lighter. 60 days restriction, 90 days restriction, half pay for 90 days, extra duty for 90 days, all this different shit that they can still throw at you.
Yeah, but, there's a limit to what they can actually do with those stipulations without it going to court-martial.
I mean,
There are limits. Trust me, I hit those limits.
Well, no, like you don't even have to go to like court-martial and stuff. You can literally just have a base command. Okay, hold on. I'm shutting my mouth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm moving.
Good idea.
I realized where the source
people...
of information that I was just about to explain was. So
yeah,
let the two veterans, actually.
Shut that one up. That's why I'm just dropping funny sound bites, bud.
No, they can fuck. Don't get me wrong. They're not gonna be the base commander's not gonna be able to fuck with you completely based on that one thing alone with that one action.
Yeah, usually your actual commanding officer is going to step in and say, "Hey, no, fuck you."
No, well,
and
maybe,
they do have that power.
Maybe in the army, but not. No, not even in the army.
Yeah, in the army, if a base commander...
It depends on the situation, I'm sure, and it depends on your commander.
It really does. But every captain that I have had, every colonel that I have had, has had no problem walking into a base commander's office and telling them to go fuck themselves over bullshit. I was there for it. I witnessed it. It was glorious.
Yeah, that
it is
happen
really
very
nice
often
to watch.
In the military.
It is really nice to watch a captain walk into a brigadier general's office and say, "Stop fucking with my guys. Their mission is a lot more important than yours."
You want to employ the principle of gun.
Yeah, that doesn't happen nearly often enough. You lucked the fuck out with those guys.
Well,
oh no,
he
it
was in
really
the
is.
army.
It really was.
So...
It really was just. It was more what I did in the army.
That may
be mission that I was fulfilling, and the very, very, very limited number of people who could perform that mission.
Yeah, that's probably exactly why you were able to get out of shit. Like your average grunt, your average average junior enlisted is not gonna have the job that very few people can do. They're gonna be the ones that they could replace in a heartbeat.
Yep. Pav, I'm ending the pre-stream so we can be ready to stream in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys pull it up, let me know. I will prep for the raid.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm getting ready now.
If
Alrighty.
you guys want me to join, I will. But otherwise,
It's completely up to you, James. We'd love to have you.
You guys are always more than welcome to join.
There's a reason why you have the equivalent of the guest host role.
just checking. I feel. Now I know how you guys feel. I feel awkward.
No, I like that you're understanding the feeling. That
I don't have that feeling. I just don't show up because I go spend time with the junior. But he's currently sleeping, so I might stop in for a bit today.
Yeah, you and your fucking
the
family.
kids and the wife before I start streaming.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm staying the hell out of that
not
conversation.
here, and I'm usually at work before we start streaming. But my nutting evidence is currently asleep, so I'm gonna go spend time with the oven.
All right. Yep. Go enjoy streaming
That is
your
a
wife.
fucked up
Later.
way of putting it.
Rimshee's wife is into cream pies. Ooh.
Hey, at least her name's not Jody.
What?
Military thing.
Okay.
Oh.
Good to know.
All right.
I was
so you
like,
guys
a sexual reference I don't understand? This
it's a
is strange.
very, very powerful sexual reference too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Ask Rimshee later.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's been Jody.
Bin Jody?
Been Jodied.
Oh, Bin Jody. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like anybody who spent any time in the barracks freaking has been Jodied. Are you kidding? All right.
Anyways.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
No, there's no need
that
to
was not a
legally
joke.
for that.
That was not a joke. If you spent
Son
any
of a
time in the
bitch.
barracks as a male in the military, you've been Jodied.
Unless you're also a virgin.
Guys,
No, even
go
then
start
you were
your
probably
fucking
Jodied.
stream.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're
all
right. You're right. You're probably Jodied, but you're also probably if you don't have a girlfriend. First off, something's wrong. Something is I was gonna say wrong with you, but not necessarily true. You could just be gay and it'd be a boyfriend, but same thing applies. If you
Yeah,
don't have a
there's a lot of
significant
guys
other
not-
in the military, something's wrong with you.
What if I just don't want one?
That's not.
Something that means there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Well, you
Okay.
cannot. It doesn't even have to be a significant other. It could be a fuck buddy.
It could be a squeeze.
Yeah, that's different.
It could be that one chick in the one room of the barracks that nobody wants to go near because she always smells like onions.
Yeah, that's my level.
All right. I'm heading over to our live show now. Later, guys.
See ya.
Later.
Yeah. That was a stream we did.
Yeah,
That was a thing.
was.
I'm just waiting for him to pop up on the raid options because he was there and then he
Should
ended the
we-
stream. Only
Goodbye,
because-
Larry.
Should I even collect news articles?
Next week? No, we have so many.
Yeah. We seem to do about one, and then we go off on a tangent about something.
Which are the
I
good
haven't
shows?
noticed this.
I do like that. Audience, do you like that?
We also need a title for this week. Off the rails.
Yeah. Off the rails, doing fails. CGIs for quails.
Off the coke
Uh,
rails.
Chips and ladders?
Ships and ladders.
I don't know. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass.
Pulling shit out of our ass.
By the way, chat, I love y'all. This one is for you. You know.
Well, nobody will be here next week.
Wait, why? Hold on.
Because Javel's just ruined it.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
up, Pav.
I'm setting up my stream.
I'm waiting for it to show up so I can rate it.
Either get out of here or set up your stream. Set up your stream. Get out of here. Fucking.
I can do both. Fuck off.
Do it faster.
No.
Ooh, Larry might join the call next week. That'll be interesting.
Ooh.
I gotta. Oh. Larry, if you can give me a more definite answer, I have some ideas for some fun bits.
Alright, we're ready.
Alright. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been fun. I hope you had fun. I certainly did for most of it.
Yeah. It was swell.
Yeah. I'll probably be on the next show. So
I may stop in because after I hang out with the wife because the kiddo's out.
yeah. Love
Have a
y'all.
good night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Late.